poor live. Story 24. One day, the father of a very wealthy family took his son on a trip to the countryside, with the firm purpose of showing his son how the poor people live. They spent a couple of days and nights on the farm of what would be considered a very poor family. On their return from their trip, the father asked his son, "How was the trip?" "It was great, Dad." "Did you see how the poor people lived?" the father asked. "Oh yeah," said the son. "So tell me, what did you learn from the trip?" asked the father. The son answered, "I saw that we have one dog and they have four. We have a pool and the richest in the middle of our garden. They have a creek that has no end. We have imported lanterns in our gardens, and they have the stars at night. Our patio reaches to the front yard, and they have the whole horizon. We have a small piece of land to live on, and they have fields that go beyond our sight. We have servants who serve us, but they served others. We buy our food, but they grow theirs. We have walls around our property to protect us. They have friends to protect them." The boy's father was speechless, and the son added, "Thanks, Dad, for showing me how poor we are." So, you can be poor but still have a good life. You can be rich but want more. Story 25. The benefits of struggling. A man found a cocoon with a butterfly inside. One day, a small opening appeared. He sat and watched the butterfly for several hours as it struggled to force its body through that little hole. Then it seemed to stop making any progress. It appeared as if it had gotten as far as it could, and it could go no further. Then the man decided to help the butterfly. So he took a pair of scissors and snipped off the remaining bit of the cocoon. The butterfly then emerged easily, but it had a swollen body and small, shriveled wings. The man continued to watch the butterfly because he expected that at any moment the wings could enlarge and expand to be able to support the body. It didn't happen. In fact, the butterfly spent the rest of life crawling around with a swollen body and shriveled wings. It never was able to fly. But the man in his kindness and haste did not understand that the restricting cocoon and the struggles required for the butterfly to get through the tiny opening were God's way of moving fluid from the body of the butterfly into its wings. It would be ready for the flight once it achieved its freedom from the cocoon. So, sometimes struggles are exactly what we need in our life. If God allowed us to go through our life without any obstacles, it would cripple us. We would not be as strong as we could have been. Story 26. Beginning today. Beginning today, I will no longer worry about yesterday. It is in the past, and the past will never change. Only I can change by choosing to do so. Beginning today, I will no longer worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will always be there, waiting for me to make the most of it. But I cannot make the most of tomorrow without first making the most of today. Beginning today, I will look in the mirror and I will see a person worthy of my respect and admiration. This capable person looking back at me, someone I enjoy spending time with, and someone I would like to get to know better. Beginning today, I will cherish every moment of my life. I value this gift bestowed upon me in this world, and I will unselfishly share this gift with others. I will use this gift to enhance the lives of others. Beginning today, I will take life one day at a time, one step at a time. Discouragement will not be allowed to taint my positive self-image, my desire to succeed, or my capacity to love. Beginning today, I will open my mind and my heart. I will welcome new experiences. I will meet new people. I will not expect perfection from myself nor anyone else. Perfection does not exist in an imperfect world, but I will applaud the attempt to overcome human foibles. Beginning today, I will learn something new, try something different. I will savor all the flavors life has to offer. I will change what I can, and I will let go of the rest. I will strive to become the best me I possibly can be. So, starting today, live the life you want to be. Story 27. One step. Foolish people, with all their other thoughts, have this one too. They are always getting ready to live, but never living. Your success will start when you begin to pursue it. To reach your goal, to attain success, you don't need to know all of the answers in advance. You just need to have a clear idea of what your goal is. Don't procrastinate when faced with difficult problems. Break your problems into parts and handle one part at a time. Develop tendencies toward taking action. You can make something happen right now. Divide your big plan into small steps and take that step, the first step, right away. Everyone who ever got where they are had to begin with where they were. Your big opportunity is where you are right now. So, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Take it. Story 28. Don't quit. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems an all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to shy, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but do not quit. Life is so queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure turns about. When he might have won and he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint or faltering man. Often the struggler had given up, when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late when the night slipped down, how close he was to the golden crown. Success's failure turned upside down. The silver tint of the clouds of doubt. You never can tell how close you are. It may be near where it comes so far. It may be near where it seems so far. So stick to the fight where you are hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. So, Whatever you do, don't give up. Story 29. Don't be afraid. Here we are, afraid of losing what we have all the time, holding on to it so tightly that not a soul can touch it. We think by hiding it from the world, it's hidden and it's ours. Nothing is, nothing ever will be, for nothing ever was. If you think there's anything you have, that's yours, be it money, a house, a job, or a girlfriend. It's nothing but an illusion. It's all disappeared in one blow. Here we are, so insecure that we are afraid of restarting our lives, so we just carry on trying to sort out the current mess. The thought we should give it all up and just start it all over with nothing might cross our mind sometime. Sure, but we get scared and pushed away anything that scares us. There's nothing I can ever achieve or gain that I cannot lose in a matter of seconds. You have never gained enough to not to be able to lose it all in just a few minutes. What you think is yours was never yours, and it will never be yours. Whatever you make here, you leave here. You came naked, you're going to go back naked. So what are you afraid of? Let all be lost. Let them take away everything. As long as you have your heart beating strong, as long as you have your nostrils working fine, as long as you have the blood flows in your veins, you will live, you will breathe, and you can get it all back, again and again. For if you can do it once, you can do it again. It's just a game we play, called life. So, don't be too afraid of losing what you have. Story 30. The Peacock. Before he got this beautiful tail, the peacock was an ordinary bird with a small bunch of feathers. One day, the peacock visited Juno, the goddess of protection. The peacock told her that he wished to look grand and beautiful. Juno smiled. He was a good bird and she liked him. The peacock then described the long train of brightly colored feathers that he wanted to trail behind him. He also wished to be the loveliest of all the birds. To his great joy, Juno agreed. What a wonderful tail he got, blue and green with a jewel-like pattern, opening up like a fan when he raised it. Now the peacock decided to walk like a king, so he held his head high and walked with style. Common birds looked at him in surprise. Even the pretty long-tailed pigeons were jealous. After showing off his tail, the peacock decided to fly. The peacock was shocked. He simply could not fly. He could take a few flying steps, but nothing more. He suddenly realized that he had lost a wonderful ability, simply because he had wanted to look good. So, think carefully before you choose what you want in life. dog. One evening, a farmer returned home from his farm. He had left his baby asleep in the cradle. His faithful dog was watching over the child. When the farmer reached the room, he saw the baby's cradle turned upside down and blood everywhere. The baby was missing. The farmer understood that a beast had killed the baby. Now he was very sad and upset. And then he saw that his dog was lying quietly with blood in his mouth and body. The farmer was so angry that he picked up an axe and hit the dog. The poor dog cried out in pain and died. The farmer now rushed to the turned cradle and lifted it. The little son was inside sleeping, perfectly safe. A big, ugly snake lay dead near the cradle. The farmer was shocked. He was happy that the baby is safe, but very sad that his beloved dog was dead. Now he understood that his dog had fought and killed the snake to save the baby. He realized his mistake. He had killed his loyal dog without thinking. Sadly, he picked up his baby. So, do not make any decision when you are angry. Story 32. The Ant and the Fly. Once, an ant and a fly were fighting over who was more important. The fly said, "Ant, what do you think you are? How can you even think about comparing yourself to me? Look at me. You have to work hard, but I pass my time with the rich and learned. I fly into the temples and taste the offerings. I can sit on the king's crown and kiss the queen's forehead. I do not work, yet have the best life." The ant replied, "Don't be so proud. You are always hated when you enter the temples. You are driven away as soon as you sit on the king's crown or the queen's forehead. You do not have anything left for the difficult times as you are lazy. In winters, you feed yourself on a pile of cow dung. Look at me. I work hard and gather grain for the winter. Later on, when you shiver in the cold, I am safe and at peace in my cozy home. I am prepared to live in any season of the year. So, look at your own faults before finding faults in others." Story 33. The Flute Player. Once upon a time, there was a famous flute player in Rome. His name was Prince. At one of the shows, while Prince was playing the flute, he slipped and tumbled down the stage. People came running to carry him out, as he had broken his leg. His listeners missed him, as he took many months to recover. One day, an important man from Rome was organizing a show. He invited Prince to make an appearance. On the day of the show, when the curtains parted, a chorus was being played. Prince had not heard this before, as he was away from the theater for a long time. The words of the chorus were, "Rejoice, O Rome, you are safe now that the prince is well." all the people stood up and clapped loudly. The flute player blew kisses to them, thinking that his listeners were happy to have him back. The audience knew that Prince was making a mistake. Then he bowed before the people. In front, suddenly, he lost control and fell off the stage. The song was in fact being played as an honor to the Prince of Rome. So, self-importance can be harmful. Story 34. The Cursed Circus Dog and the Street Dogs. In a small town, there was a company of circus performers. Many animals were trained in the circus to perform different acts. A dog was trained to fight. A trained dog would fight against a bigger and stronger animal like a lion or a bear. The audience cheered till one of the animals got wounded and even died. The dog was scared and didn't want to fight the fierce animals. One day, he chewed off his collar around his neck. Then, he ran out into the street. The dog was as strong as a bull, since it was felt well fed. So, the street dog saw him and asked, "Dear friend, you look quite strong and healthy. Why are you running away?" The dog replied sadly, "I get lots of good food to eat and have a comfortable life. However, I am forced to fight with lions and bears and risk my life in the ring." The other dogs said to one another, "We may have little, but we are better off because our lives are not in danger." So, some people may seem like they have a lot, but you never know what they have given up to get those things. Story 35. Go the extra mile. Chuan and Jing joined a wholesale company together just after graduation. Both worked very hard. After several years, the boss promoted Jing to sales executive, but Chuan remained a sales rep. One day, Chuan could not take it anymore. He submitted his resignation to the boss and complained the boss did not value hard-working staff and only promoted those who flattered him. The boss knew that Chuan worked very hard over the years, but in order to help Chuan realize the difference between him and Jing, the boss asked Chuan to do the following: go out and find anyone selling watermelon in the market. Chuan returned and said, "I've done it." The boss asked, "How much per kilo?" Chuan went back to the market and asked in return to inform the boss it was $12 per kilo. The boss told Chuan, "I will ask Jing the same question." Jing went, returned and said, "Boss, only one person is selling watermelon, $12 per kilo, $100 for 10 kilos. He has an inventory of 340 melons. On the table, there were 58 melons. Every melon weighs about 50 kilos. They were brought from the south 2 days ago. They are fresh, red, and good quality." Chuan was very impressed and realized the difference between himself and Jing. He decided not to resign but to learn from Jing. "My dear friends, more successful person is more observant, thinks more and understands what people need. For the same matter, a more successful person sees several years ahead, while you see only tomorrow. Think, how far ahead have you seen in your life? How thoughtful are you? So, go the extra mile if you want to be successful.